There it goes. All right. So welcome everyone. Let's get started with our quick workshop on accessing and using Universal Class, one of our databases that's supplied by the Central Library Committee and NCLS. So you should have gotten in your email with my sticky note, a guide that I made and sent out to you. And I'm realizing I'm going to kind of use these to help me structure my classes as we go. So this gave you a sneak peek of what to expect. You'll also be getting, just like with Job Now, you'll be getting some bookmarks in your delivery. They're being printed by Coughlin as we speak. So those should be coming in a couple weeks or less. And then stay tuned and be watching NCLS's social media pages for some Universal Class themed posts that you are free to share out and share widely to your patrons. So we're kind of focusing on Universal Class this month, and then Law Depot is coming up next month. Okay, so to get started, let me go ahead and share my screen. I'll make sure I've got the right one here. Okay, so can everybody see NCLS's homepage? Okay. Yeah, okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I am going to, here we go. All right, everything's ready to roll on my end. You'll notice, by the way, a quick note here as we go through, I have some screen settings that are built into my fonts for my browsers. My eyes are terrible, so it makes all my fonts bigger. So I will hopefully remember as we go to kind of zoom them down for you, so my screen will match a little bit more closely to what you should expect to see. So to access Universal Class, you're going to go to NCLS's homepage first, ncls.org. Scroll down through until you find Universal Class's logo and click on that one. Going to jump you to kind of a landing page that looks like Libby, and that's where you're supposed to be. It's one of the downfalls, in my opinion, in that there's a lot of clicking to get through to Universal Class, but once you're there, it's super easy to navigate. The homepage is very basic, and I found it very intuitive. So I'm hoping you and our users do as well. But like I said, downfall is there's a lot of clicking to go through, but it is well labeled. So we'll go ahead and click on Universal Class. Hopefully, yep, this is exactly where we want to be. Excellent. And you'll notice it says brought to you by the North Country Library System. That's a good thing. While I was preparing for this class, I noticed that it called us a different library's name. So we're hopefully getting that fixed here behind the scenes. But this step is a step where it's a step you have to do in order to access Universal Class. It didn't prompt me for my library card. It must have remembered me. So before you get to this screen, I should pause. It's going to ask you for your library card and your PIN. Typically, by default, most of the time, your PIN is that last 4 digits of your phone number, unless your library specifically has set the default to be something different. Our library, it's those 4 digits. So you would go ahead, enter your own library card, your PIN, and then it should bring you to this screen. This is where you're being forced to create a Universal Class account, but it's helpful. You will, once you get going in any of these classes, you're going to want to be able to log back in and pick up where you started rather than restart every single time. So the account is important. Now, if you've not created one before, you're going to go ahead and do register now. And enter the quick information that they require. I already have one just so I could make the cheat sheet for you and everything that I had. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. See, did I remember? Is it going to yell at me? Oh, there is a quirk. The enter button that I am so used to hitting when I'm ready to sign in, it doesn't work on this page, which the first few times I did it, I thought I was doing something wrong. You're not, but for some reason on this particular page, enter doesn't work. You actually have to physically click sign in. Oh, yep, it yells at me. Okay. All right, so let me pull these settings down a little bit so it matches more what you see. There we go. Okay, so this is where you want to be. This is their homepage. All right. Now, there are a bunch of different ways to kind of access the same thing within Universal Class. They've built it pretty well. Over on the left-hand side here, this is kind of where I focus to start. I'm going to go ahead and click on my profile. Am I locked? Oh, that's a new one. I didn't see that last time. Okay, we'll roll with that. Let's try it from up here. I created this account a while ago, before I was even married, actually. So it's got my maiden name in it. I need to fix that. And my profile from here. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, yeah, I've been a member since 2012. Been a while. So this is where you really get a screenshot of what you have accomplished and what you have done through Universal Class. And then you scroll down through. Nope, not anything else there. This is the important one for anybody who has a degree where they are required to have continuing ed credits to keep your degree, and to keep your public librarian certificate, I should say, not your degree. I am one of those lucky individuals who has to do continuing ed. I actually enjoy it, so I don't mind. Some of the classes within Universal Class, you will earn credits. So you'll find them kind of racking up as you go here. Okay, any completed courses, all that good stuff, you'll find it all here. Okay, let's see if I can go into settings. Does not want me to work on my profile today. Going to be able to change some things up and show you, but apparently not. All right, we'll skip that. Okay, so back over here, left-hand side of the screen is where I wanted to kind of start. We'll go through, if you were in the middle of any classes, you'd be able to click here and kind of see those listed. I didn't actually enroll in any because I didn't want to mislead any statistics that they might be keeping behind the scenes. So I didn't enroll. My screen's getting a little jumpy. I'm on a hotspot, so I apologize if things look a little goofy on my end, or if they're coming across a little fuzzy to you. Seems to have cleared up. We'll keep going. On my achievements, yep. So it looks like they keep for 7 years. And again, I haven't finished anything. So I don't have anything listed here for you, but if you had, you would be able to access their certificates and things that you need to prove to keep up with your certifications. You'd be able to access them here. Okay, my profile we already saw didn't work. My contacts, oh, doesn't like that one either. Just my luck. All right, so they have a built-in email system if you are communicating with any of the teachers, instructors, or any of the tech help administration, all of that kind of stuff. You can access that here. Any messages that have come in for you, all of that good stuff is built right in, like kind of like you would see on like a Blackboard or any of those university style screens and what do I want to say, online schools. You'd find that here as well. Okay, they have a survey function built in. Yep, when you are taking your classes, just so you can provide them with feedback. If you had any to complete that they were asking of you, you would find those here as well. Okay, I'm gonna try account options real quick, see if it'll, aha, there we go, progress. And again, just another way to access everything. Your certificates and CEUs, you can find them. Yep, I have nothing. It's taking me right back to that homepage. Let's see, member information. Can I edit that? Oh, there we go. Um, I'm actually in the middle of a class offered by Info People right now. And one of the things they did ask us to do was update our picture just so that we could connect a face with a name as we're going. Um, and if you were taking a class, it might not be a bad idea to upload something that they could connect your name with, whether it's an avatar, if that's what you're comfortable with, a photo of a pet, if that works for you, or a photo of yourself, just something to connect you with, make it a little more personal as you're going through your class and getting to know others. But there's a lot of information you can input here, depending on your comfort levels. And this is also a cool privacy option that they've got. So right now people can't find me. You could have kind of a almost like a badge of honor type of thing is the way I took this as. Display your grade on your certificate, or if you don't want that, you don't have to. And then you have the option here to kind of, it reminds me of friend requests and things on social media, to accept or allow different kinds of contacts, different levels, if you will. So if you were looking to only get invites or email requests, contacts from just your classmates, you could choose this option here. Anyone within the universal class, you can allow them to send you a contact invite. You don't have to accept it, of course. You could choose that here, or you can put it on an auto accept, whichever you're comfortable with. I like that they give you the freedom to choose. Okay, and then, so this is when you send another individual a request, this is the message that will be sent on your behalf. Or if you choose this highlighted green option, when the box pops up, you can type your own message in. Okay, and then you hit save changes. Okay, any questions on the account settings? If you're familiar with social media, a lot of them feel pretty familiar. All right, let's jump back up here to this menu and see what else we've got that we haven't covered. Whoops. Laptop is touchy. Yep, they've got another way to access your certificates, managing your courses, your privacy settings. There's a way to change your password should you forget it, like I had to do when I was signing back in. It's been since 2012. It's been a while. All of that good stuff is here. But the important part is the sheer number of classes that they've got built into their system. I was seeing the number over 500 classes, and now I'm seeing the number over 600. So they've really got a ton of awesome stuff here for us to access and for our patrons to access. One of the things that I discovered, was that they have a genealogy course, which I became supervisor recently, and it's one of those things that you learn by doing, and that's really the best way. And I didn't feel like I had a great foundation. So when I spotted this one, I'd love to find the time to take this course. But here, when you click on a class, there's a whole bunch of information you see right off the bat. You see here that it's self-paced. So that means you go at your own speed through the material. You don't have to get this assignment done by this week, this assignment done by that week. You really can kind of set your own goals and kind of accomplish what you can as you move through the course at your own time frame. Okay, of course, it's an online class offered by Universal Class here. Then you can kind of gauge how much content is within the class itself. 13 lessons. You know you're in for 28 exams and or assignments. Um, you'll also see for the average person, it takes about 9 hours for them to finish this course. Then you'll see that it gives 0.9 continuing education credits. This is the one downfall for universal class as well. I know that when you're taking webinars and things online for your example, public librarian certificate for New York State, 1 hour webinar equals 1 hour of the 60-hour total continuing ed that you have to get. However, so you would assume, right, this would be 9 hours. Nope. The way that they compute it is a little bit different, and it's kind of a goofy downball. So they're going to show you as only earning 0.9 credits. So that's something to take into consideration as well. There's an option to just audit the course for this one in particular. So that would mean you're able to take the course without taking the exams, getting the grades, but you're still getting the material and kind of learning through the lessons. You're just not getting the grades for your assignments and your exams. Okay, so you're going to scroll down through. You've got your course description. If I remember right, this one, yeah, had quite a bit. I love that there's a star rating system for their classes, and then it even tells you the number of votes, which is pretty cool. You get an overview of a very brief overview, I will say, but these are the themes for all of the lessons. So you kind of get a feeling for what you'll be learning. And they kind of give you the outcomes or the goals for what they really want you to know by the end of the course, which I thought was great as well. All right, so this is all of the a lot of the continuing ed and hours information. You can download or print or even share your certificate should you earn one. They allow you to put them in your resume, kind of a perk of attending, if you will. You can share that you've completed the course. Okay. In order to, for this class, and I don't know if this is across the board for all of their classes, but in order to earn a certificate, it says that you have to get a 70 or higher. So something to note while you're going through and looking, while you're going through and looking at each of your courses, see if this is attainable for you or if you think you've got the time to complete it, but they do give you the information here, which is great. They also give you the option to view the syllabus, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's going to open up a new screen in Zoom. With the way that it downloads, it might be kind of a pain, but there is the option to view a syllabus here so you can get more information on the course. And they give you reviews, like product reviews here, which I thought was fantastic. They really kind of give you an idea of what you're in for. And then I wasn't quite sure how soap making connected with genealogy, but they give you some other classes to kind of think about and peruse at the bottom here. So kind of a course overview in a nutshell. And then if you were ready, you would just hit the big old green button here and you'd be ready to join your course. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. You can kind of go about looking up classes in a couple different ways. Let's see. I'm going to do, oh, that's right. I'm going to do computer skills here. It's one of the things I've been kind of curious about. So I just search and it kind of brings me up anything it thinks is related. So you can see we've got some Microsoft classes, this screenwriting I thought was related. But it does have computer literacy classes. So if your library is looking for a way to connect patrons to computer skills classes, but you don't have the time yourself to offer them, this might be a way to kind of promote the database and connect patrons with something they need. It's a great connection here. Let me have 3 different levels. Yep, there's level 1, level 2 is down below. I thought level 3, let me see. Yep, so they do. They've got 3 different computer literacy classes that you could offer. So computer basics, 7-hour class here. Oh yeah, it's chock full of lots of good stuff. So yeah, if you don't have the time to offer, this would be a fantastic thing to offer to your patrons. That said, the downfall is they do need to know how to navigate within a class environment online. So there is a little bit of clicking and navigation that they do need to understand, but you know, there's a lot of things they can learn here. There's a lot to offer. You can also, when you're back on the home screen, click Browse Courses. So they've kind of got them organized here in different categories for you. And there's so much to choose from. They've even got a web development one here. So if you're interested in coding, they've got Adobe, cybersecurity even, Google Docs. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch to delve into and to offer to our patrons and improve our skills as well. Okay. Any questions? I know I went kind of fast. I didn't want to take up too much of everybody's time. Yeah, go ahead. Can't hear you yet. Hold on.
Do these courses stay? I mean, these courses are always going to be here. I mean, or do they replace them after so long? Or
I would assume that they get updated. So if you look, this one is a Microsoft publisher for 2021. I don't know how long they keep them on and then take them off. That's something I'm not sure on, and we could ask them that for sure. That's a great question. I don't have anything.
How do they choose the courses that they offer? Is that
how do they choose?
I mean, yeah. I mean, do they have some sort of mechanism to decide what's most popular, most pressing?
I'm sure that they rely on stats to see what's actually used, of course. But then they have that survey option built into that menu on the left-hand side. I can go back. Let's see, maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay. So if you look, there's a survey option here, and I don't have any surveys because I haven't taken any courses, so I can't. My gut says that they've got some information here about what you liked, what you didn't, what you need more of type of questions. That's how I would build a survey. So I can imagine that they would take information from here and use it to build future classes. Everything that I saw, they were announcing that number over 500 classes, and now I'm seeing the number over 600. So and that just recently changed. So I'm thinking that they're constantly growing and relying on our feedback.
And the instructors, where do the instructors come from?
They said that they were, where did I find that? Professional, was it here? Hold on. Oh. They are professional people from, there we go. No, I did see that. They are professionals from the field is where, when I was looking up background information on Universal Class itself and like the description of what they offer, they're definitely professionals that they hire.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anything else?
Nope, that'll take care of for now anyway.
Of course. Yeah, feel free to email me with any other questions. I'm right at Flower, so you can catch me anytime. Except for today. I'm at home. Okay, yeah, I don't want to take up too much of anybody's time. So if there's no more questions, I will stop the share, stop the recording, and turn you loose. Thanks for popping in, everybody.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Bye.